So we're just out checking on the quail, collecting some eggs. I noticed that a lot of my hens were, the feathers on the back of their heads were being pecked just a little bit too much. So I was I was doing some vet texting and found out I had a lot more males than what I had thought I had in here. You want to go with 1-to-5 ratio, one rooster to 5 hens. So now that I've got one hen or one rooster in here and the rest are girls, I see that their head feathers, some of them are starting to recover, so that's a good thing. It just means that I just had to really keep an eye on how many roosters I had. So here's our black quail, and some of them, we've got some more over here. Right now we're getting, I don't even know how many eggs. I'd have to check my egg tracker, but we've got a lot of the black quail we keep in our hatching time. We don't really get too much into keeping our quail outside. Quail do not like to have space. So currently we keep our black quail inside, and they're in a hatching time rollout cages. I really like the hatching time. I know some people are not big fans of them, but I've really had no problems with the hatching time. So our black quail are here. And then we also have our jumbo whites. The jumbo whites, they're the ones that we use mainly for meat birds and also for making our dog treats. We also use their eggs, but because we use them primarily for meat birds, we try to make sure we're incubating their eggs. But there are people who, when we have an overabundance of quail eggs, we'll use those as well for selling. Now in here are the most recent batch of black quail chicks. Gotta get this cage here cleaned up. I use these from the Hatching Time brooder. They have these little floors in here. That way, as the quail grow, you can see over there how we do not have the flooring on there. So that way, when they poop, it just goes down into the tray. But it gets to be quite a mess here, and you know, this is just from one day, so they make quite a mess. But Hatching Time brooder, I love this thing. Now out here is a cage that I made. You can see those flooring, the little floor pads that I have in here that I use with them, because when I got these chicks from My Shire Farms, they were only 3 weeks old, and I wanted to make sure that they didn't injure themselves. But these birds here are all bigger, so they're going to be going into a different cage here pretty soon. In here we have these are all jumbos. So these are going to be jumbo Coturnix, and these are Egyptians and Pharaohs. And then I've got 4 Celadons in here. So they're going to be all getting moved this weekend to another cage, and hopefully they'll do pretty well with our breeding and getting some eggs and growing out our Celadon quail as well as our Pharaohs and Egyptians. I love the feather patterns and the colors and everything on these birds. So I wasn't going to do anything other than the black quail and the jumbo whites, but I really love the variety that you can get with Coturnix quail. And so these will be added to our breeding program. And then out here, of course, there's the chicken run over there with the 3 coops. We made the run to open up, make a little run from the chicken area into the garden. We had them, well, we still do let them run around the property. We've got 1.3 acres, and we'll often let them just run around the yard. But the neighbor is doing some work tearing down a house next door over there. So plus, you know, it's fall, we're pretty much done with the garden. So one thing we wanted to do is give the chickens access to the garden so they could do all of the work for us, getting it prepared for next year, getting it fertilized, dropping down a lot of their poo just to put some nutrients in here. They've come around and they've really flattened it down. They got to do some work over there, but the chickens love it out here. I ordered a bunch of mulch from Chip Drop, and they come out here. They love to dig through it, find the bugs. But it also, like I said, it gives the chickens a lot of space to just come out and eat the grass, find the bugs. It cleans up the garden, so we won't have as much work to do. Since they've done a pretty good job here, over on the other side of the trampoline, we've got that turkey, or the chicken tractor, for Jerry. Where is Jerry? Oh, there he is. Here's our Royal Palm turkey, Jerry. There was a couple chickens that were just going over and hanging out with him, and he would get all excited. So now I tried putting him in here with the chickens just to see how he would do, and he's like a little Rico Suave. He comes out and he'll open one wing and fold it all the way, or extend it all the way out, and start courting the chickens. And so Jerry is kind of like he loves to flirt with a lot of the hens. And so what else? What else has been going on? There's one of our silver lace Polish. Threw some watermelon out here that we didn't finish, and they love the watermelon. But yeah, what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna build some chicken tractors and make that into an outdoor quail, like an aviary for the quail. Watched a lot of videos lately, and just as we're expanding the farm, getting more birds, hatching about 300 quail a month, and just started hatching chickens. I've got 16 chicks in the bedroom now, and we've got 22, 23 in the incubator, and 300 quail eggs in the incubator. So as we're growing, just looking at new ways. Man, you were just really loud today. You got a lot to say. But yeah, just continuing to grow and learning everything we can. Now let's see, where is Dom? So we've got Dominique over here. He wants to take off and go hide. There he is. Yeah, he keeps hiding. Here's one of our silver-laced Polish hens. These are just really pretty birds. And I would say our silver-laced Polish are a lot more friendly. They don't mind being held and talked to, but some of the other ones, our Jersey Giants, don't seem to want to be disturbed too much. There's Marcus. He's our rooster. He does a really good job keeping an eye on all the ladies. And whenever we have hawks that come by, he makes sure to keep an eye out for the ladies, lets them know. And actually, we don't have too many problems with hawks. Earlier in the year, before I had the Jersey Giants, did have some problems with the hawks. They got about 4 or 5 of the chickens that we had and some of the quail. But since I've had the Jersey Giants, that's really taken care of the problem with hawks. The hawks don't seem to really want to mess with them. I read somewhere that hawks may interpret them as crows, maybe. I don't know if there's any truth to this. I don't know anybody that's actually talked to the chicken or talked to the hawk and found out, but the thought is that the hawks think the Jersey Giants are crows and don't want to mess with them. So if you're looking for a bird to add to your flock to help protect against hawks, I recommend trying black Jersey Giants. They're also a very good winter hardy bird. They consistently lay eggs throughout the winter, and these are our best egg producers, and I mean, they really do a good job. So that's an update on the farm here. I hope that you continue to follow us, continue to share, and we'll talk to you again soon.